Hello everyone. Ooh, man. I should put it on studio mode so I can see what I look like on camera before I turn it on. We're here. Sunday night. We are in my freezing cold apartment. Trying to stay warm. That's what that blanket was about. And this sweater. What's going on lately in the world of Goblins? I haven't streamed in a minute. At the worst possible time, to be honest. I've just been really busy. A lot of stuff happened. Spike breathed new life into the archetype by unbanning a card from our minds. Hog Fanatic wasn't actually banned. All dismissed it because all the things that we wanted to kill other than Ragavan were basically like sometimes 3/3s, sometimes X2s. We really understand how many of the threats out there had one toughness that you needed to answer on turn one. Not needed, but it was really good to play a proactive what is it, Seal of Fire? I got a trophy. That's what I was. Here it is. So I couldn't stream because I was really busy. I had band practice. I had just a lot of other stuff going on. And Spike got 2 trophies easy with his list. I was like, what the hell is going on here? I have to try this, but I can't stream today. So it only took me 3 leagues to get a trophy with Mog Fanatic in the day. I played 1 league in a rush before practice. I got a 3-2. Next league I got a 4-1. The next league I got a 5. Or it might have been 4-1, 3-2, 5-0. Not sure. Oh, looks like all my hair dropped out. You just couldn't see it on the red. We got the trophy. He nailed it. That is the sum total of everything. He nailed the metagame as he always does. He's playing Fervent Champion because people aren't playing enough X1 hate, and he took advantage of his own meta call by making us play Mog Fanatic. It looked so bad. Yeah, Caleb D went back to the Jun list. I don't even think he did well. I'm not sure. I watched that. I watched so much fuck. It's crazy how much Magic I watch. I don't realize it until like I talk to people who didn't see everything that you just mentioned. But yeah. So we learned. I actually trophied with these 2. Yeah, Spike is the whole meta. He has 72, 73 trophies, so he can't play without encountering the meta, and he beats that 75. Holy crap. Not only does what he's playing decide what the meta is because people are like, oh, I have to beat that, or oh, that looks like a fun deck, but he is a legitimately good deck builder that doesn't try to make, bad things work. He just plays good things, plays it like he sees it. He's not doing it to be cute, he's doing it to win. I mean, how many of his lists this season, and he's got I didn't even ever notice that his profile pick was the Jade Avenger. I didn't even notice that, or how many of his wins this season are with decks that, nobody had played before he did, or that he changed a whole bunch of cards in, you know what I mean? Like, it's so many. I mean, Black Red Ragavan is a significant portion of his trophies this season, and I don't care. Nobody can really claim that deck, not even him. So, I'm not giving him that much brewing credit to say Ragavan's DRCs and discard spells are good. Like, who cares? You're a genius. But yeah, he was so spot on. So there's 3 things that we could do right now. We could just queue up for another league, maybe adjust the sideboard a tiny bit, although it's fine. We could queue up for another league. We could look at the replay of the 5-0. I don't think that that's really interesting. I honestly think that that's like so lame and boring. What's different than my list? He doesn't play this Reckless Impulse. He plays a 4th Mog War Marshal. He doesn't play a Skirk Prospector. And I think he has one more land. I actually have his list right here. Likes Goblins. Yeah, so he has one more land, which I cut. I think 24 is a lot. You could play 24. 23 is enough for me. 23 is what I play when I want to cast 4-drops. I don't ever plan on casting Kiki Jiki, but you know, it's something you can do, but it's 4-drops that we want to cast. And when the game goes long, I think 23 is just correct. And you have Aether Vial. So, you know, I think you're on the right sides of variance. The one problem is that these Boggart Harbingers are kind of like negative land draws in a sense. Which is good when you're on a land heavy hand, but it's bad when you're on a land light hand. So maybe 24 is better, but all he did was cut a Prospector for a Mog War Marshal and cut the 2 impulses for a land and a Chieftain. I don't think I'm playing the Chieftain. Yeah, I'm not playing the Chieftain. The Chieftain has just been like, all right, so here's why I'm playing Impulse. And it was good in the league I played it in. I played it like 2 or 3 times and it was like legitimately good. It's a fantastic top deck. We get in all these situations all the time, and I watched it when Spike was streaming, where we're just like, man, if I just draw any of my 7 or 8 great top decks, which is like Harbingers, Matrons, Ringleaders, we're right back in this. And then you continue to draw this half of the deck, right? Well, without Reckless Impulses. And I was just like tired of that, and I don't think cutting 1 Goblin is gonna affect Ringleader that much. Now I know that's how I ended up way down the rabbit hole before, but I think Reckless Impulse is just good enough that you should play it. And you know what, considering people haven't seen that on stream yet, I guess we're just gonna queue up with this right now and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't queue into Everos. His deck looks like a monster right now. That's a joke. He's playing one of the worst decks I've ever seen. He's playing like this Navigator's Compass. I mean, it's designed to beat our deck, but I don't think that good deck. But yeah, Reckless Impulse is just really good. Reckless Impulse is the red expressive iteration. It's way cheaper to play. It's when I say it's way cheaper to play, it's way easier on your mana, right? We don't have to go Grixis or anything to play it. So yeah, I mean, this deck has been playing really well. The meta, I mean, the 5-0 here, this will be exciting. I think we keep this. Oh, you know what? Well, they didn't reveal Lurrus. All right, they didn't reveal Lurrus, and all right, so it looks like Yawgmoth. This is probably a really hasty keep, but I thought we were on the play, to be honest. And then I saw we were on the draw. I used being on the play to justify keeping Vial. And then I used being on the draw to justify keeping a 1-lander, even though we had Vial. And then obviously both of those can't be true, but that was what was going through my head, in case you were wondering. A land here would be great because I'd play Munitions Expert. All right, well, they're looking bad here. This should have been the 24th land, right? But it's okay, we have a Vial. They're playing Yawgmoth. We might get there still. I mean, any land puts us right back in this game, and we'll see. Looks like Yawgmoth right here. Yep, there's Yawg. We don't have anything for them to kill. There's Strangleroot Geist. I imagine they're going to draw a card and make this a 4-3. We may have lost this game. Now if I try to kill, I guess we just block with Mog War Marshals for a minute is the plan, and try to buy time for our impulses to catch us back up instead of trying to Munitions Expert like Hierarch and having it get killed. Although maybe there's, Yeah, Aether Vial. You show them. Is there... All they have to do is pay life, and they put a -1/-1 counter on it. They could put it here even. Yeah, I'm just gonna flash in Mog War Marshal and see what they do. Yes, we do need land, but Vial is a decent substitute if we can gum up the board with Mog War Marshal. This impulse could have also been a Mog War Marshal, and both of them would be decent here. So that's something. Maybe our Reckless Impulse ad is just bad. It's definitely bad in this situation. Although it may be what catches us back up from our decision putting us behind. We'll see. I think I'm gonna double block the... I'm gonna double block the Geist. Although, if I double block the Geist, they can just like -1/-1 counter on it and then eat the other. But what would they have to actually sack something to do that? So I'm gonna do it. I think this taxes their resources. We'll see if we come out the other side way behind. We have... Oh, today... Oh, I was gonna say, I thought today was the 8th. Neon Dynasty comes out soon. Unfortunately, all the hype surrounding Neon Dynasty that I previously had, we kind of got let down. I don't know. Now that I missed Mog Fanatic, which is an old card that we used to even play, I'm like, maybe I missed something in Neon Dynasty. I like the new Kiki Jiki. I like it a lot. I think it's like a good mid-range card. Maybe it's a sideboard card. Maybe it's a main deck card. I don't really know. I think it's really neat. I think I'm going to play it over these Reckless Impulses in whatever build. Although, I may have to play land 1 Kiki. Well, they all feel like EDH stats at this point. Do I even tick up here? If I draw... I definitely tick up this one. If I draw a land, well, I wish that I had ticked this up. No, right? Because I can get Pashlik Mons in whenever. I don't think Pashlik Mons is great here. They can still pay life and sacrifice things to kill our goblins. So, like, killing the Scavenging Ooze is, like, probably a no-go. I think we don't tick up here. Oh, what a horrible draw. Well, this can happen. We could just concede and move on, but I think we're 0% in this game. Like, it may do something dumb here. Like this. They can just reactivate with Brawl of Roots. Do I want to force them to do it? No. I think we're just chumping on Wall of Roots and probably not killing anything for the foreseeable future. And hoping these Aether Vials tick up to a spot where we can get a lot of value. If we live that long. Young Wolf. Oh, that doesn't just put us dead, but it makes them able to draw as many cards as they want. So it's like as good as being just dead. If they Assassin's Trophy this Aether Vial, do I concede even though... Okay. But yeah, I don't think that there's any good stuff in Neon Dynasty for goblins, but that doesn't mean I'm right. I can force them to sack another creature, but they'll just sack it to kill my creature. So what's the big deal? I think I have to do something though. Right? I think I have to do something. I don't know if I win if I do nothing. I'm probably gonna vial this in anyway. I have to sack this. I'm not really sure. We're so far behind here that what we're doing here doesn't really matter. We know that they can stop it. I mean, right now they just sack their 2 creatures to kill my 2 creatures, and like how do I win? Right? Like sack this, and then I take like 7 or 8. Gonna go to the next. Well, I top deck Mog War Marshal. That and Pashlik Mons may be able to do something. Is this Blood Artist? That's what I figured. So I'm just dead because I'm behind on life. That's how that works. All right, so we actually are dead now. So I don't think spell bombs are good against Yogg. I do think that you can combo them pretty early before they get Yogg. Yogg's the only card you really care about. Like you can do some Nile spellbomb stuff for value, but I don't think that that's better than Fury here. So Mog Fanatic's good. Skirk Prospector you can shave. We do want to play a long game, but are these impulses worth it? We can play a long game. We don't want to. But maybe we shave an impulse and a ringleader, and we just submit like this. We want to hobble them and stay ahead on board. We don't want to, like, try to catapult back from behind. So it doesn't. This will kind of work. I hate that it's all fetch land. What is that about? But we can kill whatever their first dork is, and then we can kill a bunch of dorks. We draw another red land. I think there are better hands than this. It just doesn't have any pressure. Like all hate and no real pressure. There are definitely better hands. I think we can get there with this, though. I think we can get there with this. We're gonna do it. Yogg, when you play Leyline of the Void, I think is a better matchup. I know people say Leyline of the Void is bad, but I think what happens when you play Leyline of the Void in this matchup is that you shut off their card draw engine, and now they just have like the tutor stuff and like crappy beaters. They have ways to kill it, but you know, a top decked Void is just as good as one that starts in play, so you can make it out of games like that. Pashlik Mons is actually a really good draw with Sling Gang and Munitions Expert and Fury and all this. So it looks like their first card is going to be a Wall of Roots, which is unfortunate for us because we're not going to be able to kill it except by evoking Fury. Maybe we won't evoke Fury here though. I'm just going to play Pashlik Mons out next turn. Grab our Blood Crypt. Is this the right list? Only 2 Blood Crypt. Thought I had a 3rd Blood Crypt, but I guess not. Yeah, we'll grab a mountain and play Pashlik. Pashlik Mons plus Sling Gang Lieutenant is. We're gonna be doing okay this game, no matter what, unless they like whip out Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer we actually get to kill, so Plague Engineer wouldn't even be that big a deal. Plague Engineer, if you play Munitions Expert with a Pashlik Mons on board, you get 1 damage from the Munitions Expert dying when it enters, and 1 damage from Munitions Expert's trigger with the Pashlik Mons still being out. So that's a thing we can beat. Getting too high up in my seat. I don't know why my camera. Hat. Another Wall of Root. Okay. That's fine. Noble Hierarch, that's fine too. So they can chord for 0 here. Actually, they can chord for 1. I'm gonna... Well, I can't. You can just play Sling Gang and kill the Hierarch that way. Kinda like that. We're really close to just hard casting Fury. So I don't want to And the Slinging is like kind of valuable, but so is Pashlik, and it's already out there. But then then Munitions Expert is just like completely on next turn for a Yawgmoth. So I actually like that. This is like our own version of Yawgmoth here. Doing this so that don't untap with Hierarch mana, although they can board for 1 right now, or 2 actually. Board for 2 here. Ooh, maybe I wasn't supposed to do this because they can chord for 2. Oh, this is probably a big misstep I just made. Probably a big misstep. I don't think it's a huge deal. If it's like Scavenging Ooze, I get to attack. I'll trade. Or I could just evoke, right? We'll see what happens here. I maybe end up being forced to evoke Fury, depending on how good this card is here. Scavenging is not that scary, to be honest. There's no creatures in the graveyard. It could get like the Undying guy, which would be annoying. I wouldn't evoke to kill the Undying guy. Still don't know though. Neither do they. That's why they're taking so long. They're just like, well, this is my chance to cast Chord of Calling, which was my plan. Let me wait. And maybe... No. Yeah, Haste Undying, sure. And it's not like they have... I'm not going to attack into that. We can... If we really need to do something... That's gonna make it. Is this another chord? Chord for Yawgmoth here? Can't deal 4 damage to Yawgmoth. Oh, this is bad. I walk right into this? So they can sack it, put a counter there, which is rough for me. We're hopefully gonna draw a land to a hard cast Fury. Have a big old threat on board though. Kill Yawgmoth. If not, we can Mog War Marshal into Munitions Expert. Then they have to sack 2 creatures and they'll have just Yawg left. They can't even sack 2 creatures. They can only sack 1 right now. So that's a thing. Ooh, Den of the Bugbear, giving us the worst of both. So, if they kill one of our goblins, we get to ping Yawgmoth. So Yawgmoth dies here no matter what. We will attack. I think we kind of have this game in the bag. I mean, untapping with Den of the Bugbear and 5 mana is pretty good. Untapping with a Fury in your hand is pretty good. Untapping with Pashlik Mons on board and a bunch of goblins to sack is pretty good. They only have 3 mana. There you go. So we kept it under control there. I think our plan was fine. I don't think we want to Blood Moon them. I don't think anything changes on the draw versus the play. Maybe the combo is worse on the draw versus the play. Because they can turn 2 or turn 3 a Yawgmoth, right? Which shuts off our combo. If they turn 3 a Yawgmoth, they only have 1 thing to stack, so they didn't kill Snoop. I think we're fine. I think we're just going to run it back. I think that's how it works. I may be wrong about that. Because, like, Eldritch Evolution is how you turn 3 the Yawgmoth, and... Ooh, this is a hand. You never throw back this hand. I don't care what meta it is. If this hand isn't good, just put the deck on the shelf. Looks like they don't have a turn 1 again. They're afraid of Mog Fanatics? Is that what's going on? Did they board out like a bunch of ignobles and birds and stuff? Maybe. Could be. Aether Vial is going to be good though, because Aether Vial lets us play Snoop, then Vial in Snoop if they kill it. So it forces interaction. And hopefully we draw... Yes, I'm going to say hopefully we draw land by then, so we can play Matron and get Munitions Expert, make it look like we're going to kill stuff and then not. 3 mana, Eldritch Evolution. 4 mana? 5, I guess if you're courting. Okay. Wall of Roots gets another mana. Tap 1, 2, 3. Grist. Okay, so they're going to sacrifice one of their Wall of Roots to kill my Snoop. So that's probably good news for us, considering. Draw our Snoop. So I think I'm going to Matron for Munitions Expert and then just Snoop them end of turn. I think. I could just Pashlik Mons. They know about it. I could also... I mean, they're going to have to kill Pashlik Mons, right? What's the scariest turn they have? They plus Grist. Now they have 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 3 mana for Cord. You can't get anything scary with 3 mana, can you? You can kill my Aether Vial. That's not a huge deal. I think maybe I Pashlik Mons here because it kind of like may force them to overextend and then I just untap Snoop win. I think that's correct because Pashlik Mons is what beat them last game. It's like land. I guess land plus Grist board is really bad for us if we do this line. Oh, they just have the natural Yogg. Damn, that's actually pretty bad for us. I mean... Oh, that's pretty bad for us. I think I still have to put Snoop in because I take some of their stuff off the field because they have to sacrifice a lot of stuff. Then I can Matron to get something to kill this. I probably should have just gotten Munitions Expert. I might have misstepped this game. But as long as you can keep their board like relatively clear, it's usually fine. They do draw cards for that, right? Sacrifice another creature. Yeah. Like they can cycle it through, but not have been the best for us. Their Vial is such a crap. I can kill the Grist to keep them from getting more stuff. I don't have any way. I could get Fanatic. Fanatic doesn't do anything. I think I have to Munitions Expert. I think I have to do it now. I have to do it now because I don't want them to keep getting value off this Grist, right? And then next turn we're gonna Ringleader off of this. What else can I do? I could get Skirk, play it, and then play Harbinger by sacrificing Matron. That's not good. I could get Mog War Marshal and just play it naturally. And then they kind of have a hard time. They have another Grist. This play is pretty bad. Huh. I could just play another Snoop and they have to do something about it, right? I think I just get Munitions Expert. I regretted not killing that Grist the first time. I'm not going to double down on that mistake. I guess I could kill the wall. The one insect a turn is a big deal. I could have like attacked with Pashlik Mons, see if they block with Yawgmoth, Violin Matron, get Munitions Expert, put the 3 damage trigger on the stack, they sack this, they kill, probably put a -1/-1 counter here. They probably, do they have a way to save Yawgmoth is the question. I don't think they have a way. The least damage is -1/-1 here, kill 3 goblins and the 4th damage. So I could have done some wild plays to see if they made a mistake. But then if they just block with Wall of Roots. Looks like they're courting here. We could be Eldritch Evolutioning again. We're ahead on life total. And what is this going to be? We need this Ringleader to hit pretty badly. Although we could just get whatever we want off of Harbinger, but it has to be a 3-drop or less. So that's probably pretty bad. They're putting a counter on my Pashlik Mons. And then I guess they're going to do it again. They can like sack, yeah. So they draw an extra card here. This Yawgmoth is just so good, but hopefully our Ringleader can keep up. They're a pretty low life total. Ooh. They choose not to attack because they're at a pretty low life total. So we'll tick up both. It's not bad. Can we just kill them? If we file in a Sling Gang? No, right? Because Pashlik is now dead. We kind of want to hit a... that'll do, I guess. Putting an Aether Vial on the bottom is pretty good. Is there anything I can do with this 1 mana that I want to do? I don't think so. Like, the question is, do I get a Mog Fanatic, I guess? I think I just grab Munitions Expert out of my deck. So we can kill the Yawg. Force them to do shenanigans to, like, try to wipe my board. But I don't think they can do any shenanigans from this spot. I guess a second Undying creature and they just draw their whole... Well, they have 9 draws they could make, but then they'll only have like 3 mana to do something with it. Or if you count the Chord mana, it's free. So I assume their plan is to play Chord here. Mog Fanatic would have done something here. I don't know if it would have done enough. Oh, does this just kill me? Do they have enough life that I'm dead to... Nope, it's a X equals 2. I was gonna say they were gonna grab Geralf's Messenger. I don't think I'm dead. 2 life per takes 9, and they're at 8, basically, right? Oh, but they gain a life? Wait, I may be dead. Maybe they don't know either. I don't know. We'll see how low we get. It's like not worth. Maybe it's worth it for me to do the math, but a lot of playing these like intricate mirrors is knowing what your opponent is capable of, and usually you let y'all get into this position and you lose, and we were pretty far ahead. It looks like we're still okay. So we want to do a no on the first one and a yes on the second one. No. Okay. Yes. Okay. Draw for turn. Mog Fanatic. Do I want to actually play Harbinger this turn to put something else on top? I'm not sure. No, I think killing Mog Fanatic here, or killing Blood Artist, is like just good enough. And now they're 2 life ahead, but we have Sling Gang Lieutenant to deal with them. So we'll put this in because we want to kill Yogg before they can play more creatures with it. They have 7 cards in hand. They probably have another Yogg, to be honest. But we want to make them think that we may have another thing to violin. They just let it happen, I think, because they already have stuff. But yeah, so they don't do anything about that. They're at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 damage in play right now. They're probably going to kill my Sling Gang Lieutenant. I believe I have another one. Yeah, I still have another one in the deck. So we can untap, upkeep, Vial, get Sling Gang Lieutenant, and probably kill them. If they have to do what I think they have to do here. Because they only play the one Blood Artist, I believe. I think we're fine. I think we made it through. So this is probably going to kill our Sling Gang. They sack this. They get another 3/2. It undies. Oh, I was supposed to deal them 1. I didn't even realize that that's what I was okaying through. Whoops. Big mistake. It's okay. So we want to hit no to the first one, yes to the second one. No. Okay. They should be at 1 less, which actually might be a big deal here. We put in Boggart Harbinger, which means we decide our draw step. Which means I want probably Sling Gang Lieutenant. I'll do the math here. We attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 5 creatures. 3 of them get through. They take 3. They go to 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have a bunch of creatures. So the 1 point didn't matter. We got there. You just want to control Yawgmoth's board. We have expendable guys. Ways to draw them. They just use their draw steps that they do have to get out Yawgmoth, and they have a lot more air in their deck, believe it or not. Goblins player, that's a lot. What's going on here with the with changes color when I go this way? Oh, because that's what's behind me? I see. Yellowed out. Oh well. So 1-0. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Impulse lost us the first game by not being a land, so that's a thing. I mean, I don't know if you really count every single time that happens, but you should pay attention to it. Actually, I think we won that game anyway, right? I think we won that game. It was 1 land Vial. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Hopefully within the queue time. I'm gonna throw out this. I'm looking green. All right. We won the die roll. Wolf 2222. Their time of power is upon us. It was just 2222 the other day. They haven't revealed anything. Their profile picture is Luris, but I think that's a joke. Something about this screams Tron. I'm gonna mulligan this hand because it really doesn't do anything except against Hammer and Ragavan decks, and they haven't revealed Luris, so we'll mulligan. This hand I think is actually better against most decks. We can keep the basic swamp actually, right? Although we need to keep this and we need to keep this. Against control decks you want this, so let's throw the basic swamp. The chances that they're a Blood Moon deck is probably less, and I hope I don't have to eat those words. I don't want to reveal Munitions Expert next turn, so I'm going to play Anti-Salvo first, and Bugbear second. It is a joke, but the punchline is not what I thought it were. The punchline, it turns out, is Murktide Regent. There's the Mog Fanatic that we threw back, which I think I'm gonna play. I don't think there's a reason to hold up Expert when I could commit to the board, do as much damage as I would have needed to do. This is one of the reasons Mog Fanatic is good at all right now. Sort of consider into DRC into like super crazy hit. Okay, it's Living End. Well, this is a pretty good start versus Living End, believe it or not. But to have your profile picture be Luris and not reveal Luris, huge joke. And I do appreciate it. I assume they're going to cycle. I don't think Living End... I mean, they could be on bounce. This could be main deck Petty Theft, Brazen Borrower. But we'll make blue and assert our dominance because we are dominant yet again. Thanks to the... not the savior of the meta. He's like the keeper of the meta. Firing Spike is on the walls watching. Make sure things get banned when they... I think Sling Gang is actually the best thing against their deck. Just kind of puts it away. Grab Sling Gang. Yeah, as long as it's not Brazen Borrower here, we're okay. So here is a matchup where our sideboard plan being Nile Spellbomb instead of Leyline of the Void may actually hurt us. Looks like they may not have a third land. There it is. Waker of the Wave. Okay, so they're not cascading here, which is really good news for us. I really wonder what they're gonna do to win from here. I don't know if maybe they just hoped I didn't have the land, but why would I do what I did if I didn't, right? I think they're just gonna be dead, like, on board. Maybe this is a lightning bolt. If this is a lightning bolt, definitely supposed to attack first. Well, actually, I don't think there's a difference, but... oh, if it's a lightning bolt, I shouldn't attack first, because then I can activate Den of the Bugbear. But they would just wait till my Beacon combat step, my attack step, do it. So if you haven't seen this before, they're gonna put Living End on the stack. I'm gonna drain them for 6 by sacking my entire board. Then everything's gonna come back from Living End, and then they're gonna concede. So I don't know if they're just not reading my cards because they disrespect goblins. This will show them, I promise. Can't reveal a goblin here. Put it on the stack. maybe it's a test. Like if I sack my whole board and then they have another Cascader in hand, and I wait before they put it on the stack, like they can choose not to cast it. This is more than 6 goblins on the way back in. So they waited also to my draw step, which is a little strange. Instead of my upkeep. Choose target creature or planeswalker. Let's kill the 7 set. It doesn't matter. Doesn't actually matter. So exactly what I said would happen happened. This is a combo matchup. You can evoke Fury and have it come back. That's a thing. You can also Blood Moon them early. That's a thing. Most important thing you want to do, bring in all your Nile Spellbombs and Void Mirrors, though. So I don't think we're going to dilute it more than this. I mean, you definitely don't want to play a long game, and Reckless Impulse isn't a creature. Fog Fanatic is fine. Expert is okay. It's not really good. War Marshal's okay. It's not really good. Vial. With Spellbomb, do you want Vial in your deck? It's like a little bit slow. But it can Vial in Skirk Prospector. So like that protects it. Maybe we just like take out an Expert, take out a Mog War Marshal, take out a Fanatic. Fanatics actually aren't that good. They kind of just come back from the graveyard and they ping them once, and we're hoping to do a lot better than that. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to shave a Vial. Keep the Fanatic in though. Maybe, because if I had Fanatic plus Skirk Prospector, I'd be like, why isn't this Vial plus Prospector after I talked about saving it from Petty Theft? I'd feel dumb. You can't really keep this. Has no hate. Too slow. This says Vial. Nothing really. Gonna mulligan this too. This you can keep. We don't need 2 Vials. We want the Void Mirror. Do I need 2? Yeah, I need 2 lands to cast Void Mirror. Do I just throw back Matron? Matron, like, gets us there with this Vial. Maybe I just throw back Vial and we play, like, a fair game? Although I don't really have a lot of tools to play a fair game, do I? Maybe Spellbomb is just the weaker piece of hate. We play Void Mirror. So we go Vial into Void Mirror. What did I throw back first? Double Vial? I think that's probably right. If this was Relic, I would keep the Relic, but yeah, we're gonna keep the stronger piece of hate. It's more easily interactable, but you kill Nile Spellbomb by just playing you kill Nile Spellbomb by just playing one of your Cascade spells and forcing me to crack it, and you go off again. So without real pressure, I think that this play. And obviously, as they're setting up their combo, this powerful part, Living End, if you've never fully internalized the joke, is that this is an absurdly stupid thing to be doing, just cycling cards, but they're setting up a game-winning combo while digging through their deck for the combo, right? That's the whole idea. I'm so glad that they just used this on my Aether Vial. If they have 2, they have 2. We're never beating that hand. But slamming a Void Mirror after they just wasted a Foundation Breaker is a really good feeling. I'll play an actual Mountain. And then we'll play Matron into Sling Gang, right? I think. Interestingly, I think they beat Blood Moon with this because it's a green-red thing that they cast. So glad we didn't do Blood Moon. They were smart enough to keep a hand with a game against Blood Moon. Play Matron. Do I get... Sling Gang doesn't really lock it up here, although, yeah, it does. Because we'll get another Matron trigger, and we can grab, like, Kiki Jiki off of that. Copy our Sling Gang, and then they'll probably die. So here, they could end of turn Petty Theft us. They're looking for it. Doesn't look like they found it. So we have one more turn, it looks like. At least. That glass water. That's what talking is loud, emphatically. Save our life total. Sometimes it's relevant. I imagine they're going to cast. Oh no, they can't. They can cast it here, but it wouldn't resolve. I'll attack for 1. And we have 4 points of damage on the board, so they're virtually at 9 life. Cast a living. 5 virtual. Foundation Breaker for my Void Mirror main phase. Okay, we don't have very long. This may be bad for us, but if they cast a living end, like I said, we get our stuff back. So, Harbinger, not bad. Harbinger, not bad. So I'm going to play this Bloodstained Mire, play the Harbinger, and the Bloodstained Mire is an escape valve for if what I choose to play is not a good idea anymore. I think I should get Kiki Jiki. I want to say I should get another Sling Gang Lieutenant, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They do it again. I do another 5. They're at 3, and then Sling Gang Lieutenant is just lethal, assuming this all goes off. I'm just going to put Sling Gang Lieutenant on top, and worst case scenario, we take a random draw. Back for this. Deals 2 more points of damage than just waiting to sack. So we'll do this. Nothing wrong with getting it in the graveyard. Yeah. They take an extra 2 here. I didn't even count that as part of it. So our Sling Gang that we put on top is like extra lethal through a living end. They don't have ways to gain life range. They cascade. They put living end on the stack. Back our whole board. They could endurance us. We don't really beat endurance, do we? But we don't have an option. We played our Void Mirror. You know, if they have the game-winning thing, they beat us, but I think we played decently well. Looks like it's all happening. We're just gonna put it into our hand. They're dead again. I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. Maybe they're just hoping I F-sig. But to Aspiring Spike, if you're watching, and I know you're not, very busy man, better things. Kirk Prospector really helps the living end matchup, and it is a reason to include it in the within 1 copy. I know Sling Gang already does that, but it's a turn slow usually. Kirk is really good for that. It kind of makes it simple. I'm gonna play the Wooded Foothills so that if we do draw a non-basic swamp, any land in our deck, we can hard cast the Snoop even if they mess with our Vial. This is another great hand though. Especially nobody's revealing Lurrus anymore. What happened? Our opponent is on 2-0 and their name's Twins 1568. Willow, guys. What the hell? What is this? What is this? I don't understand. They're gonna endurance themselves over and over again? Is that the joke? How many Abrupt Decays do you think they play? How many Witherbloom commands to kill my Aether Vial do you think we're gonna see in this match? A lot. What the hell is this? Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard. Is there some stupid way to like... Is this a joke? They accidentally queue Modern and they meant to queue Standard or Pioneer? No. I wish I knew what was going on. They fatal push my Snoop. Obviously, I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have another one. You guys know that, but they don't. I take one. One trample damage from Willowgeist. This may be... No, our opponent's 2-0. So I don't know what's going on, but I was going to say this may be the first point of damage that Willowgeist has ever dealt in this format, but I assume they won with combat damage somehow. We'll vial in the Snoop. Try to untap and kill him. No idea. Usually brews like this aren't playing enough interaction. However, this is a rock brew, a green-black brew, so the chances of that are a little bit lower. And they play the lovely Abzan Triome and put themselves dead, barring a Solitude, I suppose. But we had it the whole entire time. We're not going to pay this because if there's one on top, we go to play the one from on top. Do I play Snoop? They're tapped out, so this doesn't actually matter. We'll play the Snoop off the top on the off chance that there's something wild underneath, like a Kiki, that lets us play around one itty bitty piece of hate just a little bit saferly. They're dead. Who the hell knows what's going on? I have a feeling Fury's going to be pretty good here. Now Spellbomb doesn't really do much, does it? Except pump up Void Willow. What the hell was that thing's name? Mod Fanatic gonna be great here, guys. I don't know. I mean, I guess you don't bring in more Harbingers against Fatal Push deck, right? So Reckless Impulse is gonna be good. I think blocking is... their guy has Trample. They're playing the guy that the Delirium guy with Trample. We probably don't want to do that. I think we just side out one more Harbinger. We can take out a Prospector. I don't know. We're the kings of the jank, though. So we should be okay. This is a jank buster hand, right? I mean... Is combo more jank buster? Probably not when it's black jank, right? Although usually, like, even if they're a black deck, because they... What happens is people who brew decks, and this person's 2-0, so I'm not saying it's a bad deck, but people who brew decks, number one, they have a desire to play something off meta, and so a lot of them, myself included, lower their standards for what's a playable card. And then you have so many options that it becomes hard to cut to make your deck list, 60 and good. And so you just end up with less removal. Like, well, 4 removals enough. So I wouldn't be shocked if their only interaction inboard is for Fatal Push. Wouldn't be shocked if it was even that. Postboard, it's like a couple Assassin Stroke. I guess Thoughtseize takes the Fanatic here, right? Against the classic black-green mirror, this is really what you take. Because you should be able to get to late game. You should be afraid that I'm draw 2 cards. Yeah. No Bob in their hand confirmed. Long game in. Gonna play that Snoop, right? Gotta. Although I could just play the War Marshal so that I can maybe get value off the Snoop later. Trampley 2-2. Well, I guess I'm playing Mog War Marshal. Okay. Maybe not. Kill your 2-2. Did I have it the whole time, or did I draw it off the top? You be the judge. So the reason I want to do that is because they're clearly a graveyard stacking deck. This guy needs Delirium. He puts cards into their graveyard. He stacks the top of your deck. in the past, it's like not been a huge deal if this guy hits you, but it always feels like it should be, no matter what. Like, DRC is good just based on virtual card advantage. That's a lot of virtual card advantage. Do they have flash creatures? What is this? Do they just have a big 4-mana play, or are they gonna hope to get value off of removal? I think I just play Mog War Marshal here and play my Blood Crypt tapped. If they mana tithe me, oh, would have had to apply. Couldn't have even been mad. It would not have been possible. Lower this slightly. It looks like it's a little above my voice. I don't know. I know you can hear me. I'm the only thing talking. People want commentary with background music, and some people want music with background commentary. But I'm constantly talking. Take 3. I think they're playing board wipes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'd rather play Pashlik Mons. That way, if they board wipe, they take 2 from this Fanatic, 3, 4, 5, 6. They go to 3. Sling Gang Lieutenant kills them. If I ever draw a land. Kings of the Jank. They're gonna kill this, right? Do I think Mog Fanatic will connect again? Is the question. Do you think it will? Could have played Mog War Marshal. I think we're gonna be fine. I think my hair's ridiculous. I had to take it down because I had it up super tight today. Girlfriend's is right. A board wipe here would kind of suck. Really, even? Like Marshall? Maybe I'm supposed to have paid Echo. Okay. Looks like they can't. Okay. Put my hair. I don't know. I should either get it cut or get used to wearing it down, I feel. They have nothing. And they concede. Quick 3-0. Living End. Jank Masters. I don't remember what Ho-Oh was playing. Ho-Oh almost got us, I remember, but I don't know what it was. One with no abilities? That's true. Nobody wants to do that. In fact, white cards of the past used to turn creatures into 1/1s with no abilities so they could ignore them and play like their crappy 5-mana 1/5. Border Patrol, go. That's an actual card, by the way. I think it was Border Patrol. I don't even know. Oh, this is hurting. Looser now. I'll pull it up. This was one of my favorite cards back in the day because it had vigilance and it was huge, so you could enchant it. Did not Border Patrol? Oh, other products. I was already in my league, man. Last one failed. Yeah, 1/6 vigilance. I was wrong. It's not a 1/5. I used to love this card because it just felt like a wall. It felt like a removal spell in white. My brother would play green, and I don't even think fight spells existed then. So like, either he was trampling over stuff, or you know, blocked indefinitely. And blocked indefinitely was the method I chose for a little bit. If I could get Border Patrol out. This hand stinks, and it does stink against Luris. On the play, a little better against turn 1 Ragavan, but it really does just nothing. Doesn't even have a third land. So, gonna mulligan. Well, I guess we'll see the power of Mog Fanatic here. I don't really want to mulligan. We have perfect mana. I'm gonna throw. Well, if we draw a Snoop, it's a redraw. I'm just gonna be casting 2 on turns 2 and 3. So like, I guess I could throw back Basic Mountain. It may end up messing with me. Anti-Hovel. Mog Fanatic comes out of the hovel. The hovel is where forest most downtrodden souls come from, and this is one of them. I think he's being thrown. Oh, he's jumping to catch something off of a building is the problem. I don't know what. Okay, mill. Ugh. Who cares about mill? I don't respect mill. I'd almost rather play this match with my eyes closed, just so I don't have to take any of this deck's horrible vibes into my soul. Who cares about mill? Can't even kill this Ruin Crab because of power creep. The first one, Mog Fanatic could attack into and then kill itself to finish the job. But Ruin Crab had to go and ruin it for everybody. Zendikar rose in power level. Zendikar rising. Other Mog Fanatic, Sling-Gang Lieutenant, and Den of the Bugbear in the bin. I know what Goblins does too, in that we block forever. It was that in reference to Border Patrol. That is one way to look at it. Aether Vial, Boggart Harbinger, Matron in the bin. Don't care about those. Who cares? I'm gonna put the worst card in my deck on the top. Don't know what it is yet, but definitely gonna do that. Although I could also act for 1 extra point of damage, but I don't think that matters. If it does matter, you can tell me. What is this? Cycle. When you cycle it. Good thing you waited till my turn, opponent. Good thing. Geeky Jeeky, munitions expert. Well, they can't take it from our hand now, can they? We need to kill this. We're probably gonna get archive trapped here. We don't really have an option. They're F6 though, so I don't think that's their plan. Our 2 options are play Snoop, hope that they don't have a fetch land, so that and hope they don't have cycling cards, and then kill Ruin Crab. Those are our 2 options as I see them. The way to kill Ruin Crab is munitions expert. We could also like put in Ringleader and try to get like a hasty thing going on. How many turns is that? This turn they're at 15. Next turn we'd play that. They'd take 1, 2, 4 damage. Doesn't sound that exciting. Go to 11. Take 5 turns. I think we just kind of have to slow them down a turn, and well, not a turn. Hopefully slow them down a whole bunch. Oh, they did have the archive trap, even though they were F6 through the part. So 28 cards left in the deck. Enough to kill them, no doubt, but it's a question of how many are left when they're out of cards. Another Ruin Crab. That's bad news. Fetch land here would be disastrous. They just drew 3 cards, so I imagine they will play a fetch land. Okay, so there goes 6 cards. I mean, okay, they took Kiki-Jiki, I don't care. People rarely, I think they take Kiki-Jiki to set up Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and they just don't know that we only play 2, because it's like almost definitely not the play. Maybe it is the play, I don't know. No Sling-Gangs left in the deck. That actually may make it not possible to fast enough, because we're not playing Chieftain. I don't know. I do not know. We need to just hope they have nothing, and there's no way they have nothing, right? They have Ancestral Recall now in their deck. Our last Munitions Expert would be a great draw here. Snoop would be decent too. We have virtually no cards left. I think there goes our last munition. So all we've got left is Snoop to try and get enough power and toughness in play. Power, not. Did I get to take that from my hand? All right, we're dead. We can't get past this. We're gonna go to the next game. So this is a virtual 4-match league. Don't pay any attention to me. Don't worry about what they do to you. If their deck is good, if it's not good, it's I'll tell you. You don't really want Harbingers. We need to remove one of these. Hit submit. Go up to a lucky number of cards. And then we have bought ourselves 1 or 2 turns, which is all we really needed. And every time we mulligan to find a hand with more lands, just buy ourselves maybe, a fraction of a turn. So mulliganing isn't even bad in this matchup. That's what I tell myself. I don't even care. I wish I could just fast forward and see who wins. If there was ever a matchup where they had to warn people not to flip coins to decide the outcome of the game, this would be it. We can't Blood Moon, but we can double Vial. And then Vial actually may allow us to combo. I'm going to keep this hand. Seems dumb, but I don't think that blue-white... they have Prismatic Ending? If they Prismatic Ending both our Vials, that's going to be... well, Basic Island, no Prismatic Ending. Profane Memento. This doesn't matter. Some people think that this protects them from them. It triggers and then you can keep it. Sometimes it buys them enough turns though. I kind of want to play second Vial. Do I just force them to deal with Snoop, or do I play second Vial? I think maybe I just play Mogwar Marshal. No, but then I'm not gonna... this is the most pressure. I did say that the Vials give us an out to combo, but I think that's as important as just getting something that can attack with 2 power into play. Looks like they're going to Prismatic Ending my Ether Vial. There goes Fury. The card I would have liked to... we could Blood Moon them, maybe? Not this turn. They only have the island. Snoop on top. I think this is Path. I think. So here we definitely kill this Ruin Crab. See if it makes them make a move. It does. Oh, they cast Visions of Beyond. Okay. Use the ability. We'll put Ruin Crab in. And in response to them trying to mill a card off of our deck, we will make copies, which doesn't do much. Now they're just going to make a shuffle. Some people will just concede to the copies even though they don't go anywhere, but not good enough. All right, so we're gonna make infinite copies because you never know, there may be a slinging on top. In paper, this would take half a second. Unfortunately here, it's gonna take us a little bit more than that. Maybe like 25 seconds. So they're at 22. We need to make enough to kill them with a sling gang that happens to be on top. It's not necessary. I could just wait. By any chance, will Goblins use that new Rainbow Tribal land? I mean, it's a direct improvement over Unclaimed Territory. So the question is really, if we're playing Unclaimed Territories, and we are, will we play copies 9 through 12 of them as Unclaimed Territories, like actual ones? Like we have more than enough here. Let's see what goes into exile. Kiki Jiki, Impulse, Snoop. Oh, look, we did it. Can you believe it? I said it and then it happened. And these don't go to the graveyard because they're tokens. Can you believe that we had it the whole time? Can you believe that we had it the whole time? But yeah, it's good. It's definitely good. It lets you activate Passionate Bonds. That's it. That's all it does. But it's a very small improvement. Never didn't have it. That's true. Always true. Always got it. What happened to my my animated one? Kind of my frequent. Slides right in there. We'll keep this. This kills all of the crabs you could hope to kill. No crabs on turn 1. Interesting play. You've chosen to concede early, I see. Not true. So I'm gonna play this vial first and play the bugbear with it so I don't make any mistakes. Oh, so they want to definitely get value is what it is? Interesting. It means they don't have a second crab, right? I guess that's how you play around Bolt. How's it going, Sugar Peachly? Good to see you. You caught me leaning in. I'm playing good. We're 3-0 right now. This is for 4-0. I think I'm just going to try to hard cast this Fury. Is here I can put Snoop into play. Force them to deal with that. And there's a Alright, they're removing Snoop from my hand. I can't do anything about that. That kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. That is lucky, but it is what it is. Super exhausted, you're gonna sleep soon, but wanted to say hello. I can take a break between this game and give you a call. So now that they did that, they know we have a munitions expert. So if they have a second one, they're gonna play it right now. They don't. Now that that's been done, I think maybe I have to evoke this Fury just to kill the one Ruin Crab. They didn't know my hand before that. They're never going to play a second crab into it now that I have it. If their hand is full of lands, I just want to deal with that. So... Oh. I actually don't want to use this ability. I want to evoke the Prospector. We can't kill 2 crabs with Fury anyway. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. They have Luris, but they don't have 3 lands necessarily. We'll see. There's the 3rd land. They just put Luris in their hand. That's probably a pretty decent play. But it means we get a card off the top. They drew 2 cards that turn. We drew 1. If we activate this Bugbear, That gives us a bunch of goblins for these experts. Plural experts. We can also kill Luris. This turn. I would play 2 experts just to kill a Luris. Call me crazy, but I would do that. So if they play Luris into fetch land here, I'm just expert. They're just gonna pass? Weird. I guess they want to definitely get value off the Ruin Crab, which is understandable. I'm just gonna play this out. A land next turn would be so good. I don't know if you understand how good that would be, so let me explain it. Land next turn lets me activate Den of the Bugbear and swing and make a goblin token, and then have expert to violin. Oh man. Oh man. And I could even... They're not going to get value because I do this. I was saying that they were playing it to wait and definitely play a land with it, but... I guess they play around like me drawing into it. Oh no, they definitely get I'm killing Luris, not Ruin Crab. Whoops. So yeah. I could have theoretically killed Ruin Crab last turn. I think it makes sense what they did. They do. I say no again. Draw land. Alright, it's close to a land. So we can kill Ruin Crab, which I don't think that there's any argument for not doing. We'll swing for 4. Matron comes down. What would we tutor? We could tutor for another Matron so we don't have to worry about it, and we just have a tutor next turn. I don't mind. Although Pashlik Mons just ends it, right? Yeah, Pashlik Mons it is, so it doesn't get milled. They look dead to me. Even if they mill my entire deck, ooh, okay. They're not dead. Barely. We're gonna hit him for 3, 4, 5. We're gonna Violin Pashlik Mons. We can deal 1 more point. Maybe I spoke too soon. A land would let us, instead of activating Pashlik Mons, activate Den of the Bugbear. I like. Now Spellbomb keeps them from drawing and allows us to draw. So this is okay. When I say keeps them from drawing off of Visions of Beyond. Keeps them from drawing 3. It's kind of tough to come back from that. I'll wait. I don't need to draw right now. They could try to Surgical again. They are dead if we untap and they have no blockers, no nothing. I don't know how we lose here. Like, Tasha's. They can't play. EE on 0. It's actually fine. Kills our tokens and I Violin Pashlik Mons. Now, they may have a response to this Pashlik Mons before I get the value. But we'll see. Doesn't look like it. Ping. Ping. We have 5 damage. Alright, reveal hand of nothing. Alright, there goes Mill. 4-0. Disrespect Mill. Bid on them. Do whatever you want. Not the players, just the ideas of the players. My trophy, I mean, Dark Fanatic has been so good, and I can't believe how bad I thought it was before that. I am not afraid to admit I was wrong. I am just a little embarrassed that Spike is so much better at deck building, even my pet deck, than I am. But the guy does have 75 trophies, so. And his 9 to 5 is playing Magic, whereas I have to at least pretend that I know how to build program. Pretending takes a lot of time out. Unstoppable now. No, we're plenty stoppable. You could lose. It's not like unbeatable. I think the meta is, it went to this wild place where it's like Belchers and Tron and a bunch of decks that are fragile to Mod Fanatic, and it's like the Snoop combo. I mean, I've been saying it the whole time, right? The Snoop combo is basically as fast a combo kill as you get in Modern, besides Neo. Crazy inconsistent. And we're super consistent. Like, if we're not turn 3ing them, probably turn 4ing them, right? And we have a grindy game plan that if you can stay ahead, not ahead, but even on board, it works. A Munitions Expert is a card. As long as you can keep it with text on it, it is good. Mod Fanatic just seems to do that. Now, Spike's sideboard plan, I think is terrible. I don't like Obsidian Trauma on basically any matchup. I'm waiting for the matchup that it's good in so I can board it in, because I'm like just looking at it, you know what I mean? That's why it's not the 4th Blood Moon and it's an Obsidian Charma. It's just to remind me, like, is Charma good here? I don't like mulling to ley lines anymore. I hate it. So I bring in spell bombs. I know that ley line beats like hardened scales, and it's like decent against Yawgmoth, and obviously it's just game ending against the graveyard decks, but I wanted something with a tiny bit of value against Luris, but you can't really do that. I mean, you keep this hand, especially against a control player, Kahira, right? Double Vile Cavern, this is like their nightmare. They can probably counter Reckless Impulse, but I think this is fine. They're probably on Canister's list from today, which is actually a Blood Moon list, which is something to think about. I'm going to reveal Munitions Expert because they're a control deck and they don't care about Munitions Expert. So that just gives them a tiny bit of confidence. Let them have their confidence. I'll probably Prismatic Ending this, or unless this is Wilderness Wreck. I'm assuming this is 4 color. Still only 3. Counterspell up. Think they'll counter my Aether Vial? I think they will. Which means I should probably just play Snoop, right? Because what could they have? Bolt? I think I'm just supposed to play Snoop here, believe it or not. It sounds dumb. I think it's like the least risky. Because like maybe once they see our cavern, they tap out. Well, now they have to kill Snoop. Maybe once they see our cavern, they tap out to just draw cards or something. All right, it's fire. This could be Rhinos and I'm just screwed. Although, could you play Kahira and Rhinos? I guess you could, right? Because like it's just the one creature is Cascade, Shardless Agent. Like I said, maybe they tap out for something once they see that I have the cavern. Okay, so they take Aether Vial. This is actually like best case scenario, believe it or not. Because we Reckless Impulse, maybe we get a land. We don't, we get a Matron. But we have a land. And we'll grab, doesn't matter what we grab. Life total is irrelevant here. We'll play this. Next turn we have Harbinger and Matron to play. We only really get to pick one of them. Obviously, we're going to pick Matron. If they tick this up, they have Snapcasters in their deck, or at least they're bluffing them. So I don't really know exactly what's in their deck. I imagine with Ice and Archmage's Charm. All right, it is Wilderness Reclamation. I don't think they play Snapcast. Yes, I'll use its ability. Okay. Well, there's Snoop. So if we can tick this vial up without them stealing it, we're actually in really good shape. I don't think you just play it, because they'll probably have more fire ices, like a Snapcaster fire ice maybe. We're gonna play Matron. I don't think we grab Snoop here. I think we grab Ringleader. And we let this Harbinger get exiled where he deserves to be. Memory Deluge is fine. Can't do nothing to stop it. More Archmage's Charm is obviously bad for us. They take our other Vial, but we can just cast Snoop and hope. All of their stuff is instant speed. So, like, short of finding them tapped out at the end step, like actually tapped out and vialing stuff in, not a huge difference playing at sorcery speed. Something to think about. It is different. You always, you know, have them go shields down because they didn't expect you to have it. We naturally drew this. They don't know about it. They put Kahira in their hand. There are not Solitudes, right? Yeah. And they have Kahira. Wonder if they play in... Cycle a Shark Typhoon for the minimum. Well, the minimum while also getting a token. Yes, I'll do this up. I mean, I'm going to uncounterably play Ringleader and swing into you. You have a 3/3 Shark token. Okay. Get Matron, Mog War Marshal. So the problem for us, the lose state for us is them getting big enough Shark tokens while also having like 8 mana to, well, 8 lands so that they can... Whoa, what is this? Is this Endurance? Oh, it's Kahira. I'm so dumb. But I'm trading all day, right? All day. And then at their end step, do they have to reveal off of Memory Deluge? They don't, right? No. What does it do? It puts 2 cards in their hand, right? It's like fixed. Delve card. Fixed Delverino, Spellerino. I don't remember what it's called. Not Treasure Cruise. The other one. Reach Through the Mists, or... Reach Through the Mists is not. I know exactly what the art looks like. It's got like cauldron and... Yeah. So he hard casts a Shark Typhoon. Interesting. They're only gonna have 6 mana. So like Memory Deluge from the yard wouldn't do it. Dig Through Time. Thank you. Thank you, MF fan. Is that a Misfortune fan or Magic Find fan? Oh, what are you doing? Did you just make the biggest mistake of your life? Is that what you just did? Do you have fire? I assume they do. They have Bolt. Good old-fashioned Bolt. So they take our second Vial. We can kill the 3/3. I don't know, like, what do they have in their... They have Memory Deluge in their yard, but they don't have a 7th mana yet. So... It's possible... Oh, this is probably just actual factual counterspell, right? Well, they don't have it. They can't counter anything. I can't assert my dom. They don't have anything that answers this that matters for green blue. So waiting till their upkeep is just fancy points. I like F6 value. And if I am punished by this, I will learn. Not punished. Who knew? So there's their 7th mana, which means they have Memory Deluge. Which means this game is looking worse for us. I'm going to start F6ing a little bit more aggressively. Because I think we're dead. I mean, obviously I can draw a lot of cards too. Well, there goes my uncounterability. So that's no good. Blood Moon any good against this deck that has this basic eye? Probably. Like most fetch land that got them there? Do they really believe? Are they just gonna untap and Nexus me? If they Nexus of Fate here, I think we're dead. Because it's just like a big 6/6. It's Memory Deluge, flashback for 7. But that doesn't... Okay, they just didn't want to waste the mana. Not gonna pay Echo. Because if I draw a second Munitions Expert, I want to be able to cast it. I'm pretty sure this is getting countered. I need to make black. We just want to keep the pressure on. Doesn't get countered unless this is Fire Ice. If it's Fire Ice, I was never beating it, even if I played a Matron first. Bolt. Bolt is pretty decent. 6, 7, 8, 9 in the air. I can grab Fling Gang and buy a turn. I'm just dead. We're gonna go to the next game. It is exceedingly unlikely that we win this game. Down a game in round 5. They didn't Snapcast or anything, right? Well, we have no board for this because we're just already decent against them. I'll bring in like 1 Blood Moon on the play. I think that's fine. And then Fanatics are not that good. Munitions Experts are not that good. They probably have Teferi, right? I think they play. You want to keep some number of these. Can I make an argument for all of the Blood Moons? It is like a big mana deck. And it is pretty greedy. Like playing Field of Ruin and Archmage's Charm. I think on the play I can make this argument. On the draw, maybe not. I think we have a fine matchup against them anyway. So I may have just screwed myself, like, by including all of these non-goblins in the deck. But is a Mog Fanatic or a Munitions Expert actually going to be better? Just because I drew a body? Could be. I'm not going to mulligan to Blood Moon. But if I have a hand that's like Skirk Prospect or Blood Moon, I'm keeping it. Our manland is going to be good here too, though. They could just like naturally draw. Did I already submit? I think I did. No. You know what? It's black bordered. That's a sign. If it was white bordered, I would. Black border. I have 2 black borders and 2 white borders, and how they get in is basically random. Depends on if I have display foils showed when I'm building my sideboard. If I have display foils, the black borders go in first, and if I have that off, the white borders go in first. All right, I would like to play first. How did you know? How did you know? Funny. I'll keep this. Turn 1 Prospector. We could draw a Blood Moon and just slam that, but we could also just draw a land and be fine in the first 2 turns, and they just don't have fire. Maybe they like waste a fire on the Prospector. So, I mean, this hand has just so much upside, right? And this is like where we draw Aether Vial. This is where we draw Aether Vial, even though it's been pretty good all day. I think part of the reason I've kept finding Aether Vial so bad is that we were always behind on board. Oh, you better believe I'm playing it. And like, it just feels bad to cast an Aether Vial behind on board. When you're like ahead, you're like, oh, I could have time, but yeah, not good. All right, Renin 6 is pretty good here. That's really bad for us, actually. We may just lose the game here. Well, this doesn't come into play untapped, so I'm gonna Reckless Impulse looking for a land anyway. Can play that next turn? I think I just want to get this into play tapped. That's a weird one. Never seen that before, but because it's only 1 land there, you're always gonna have a chance to play it. I imagine there's a Fire Ice in this hand now. Just like screams that type of hand to me. They would have cast it, wouldn't they? Think they counter this? Do you think I play Boggart Harbinger because it's free and force them to ping it? Because like chances of no removal are low, right? They used a Bolt on Skirk Prospector when they already had a Renin 6. I think I have to play this because it's free. Whoops. And we'll just put a Ringleader on top, right? It's fine. Maybe they counter it. And then if our Vial survives, we're in it. We also show them a Ringleader, so if they only have 1 counter spell, they like don't use it to steal our Aether Vial. 1 Archmage's Charm. There's value in that. There's value in not letting them fix their mana perfectly with Renin 6 too. Or continue to draw cards with Ketria Triome. We may just lose this though. Oh man, that's not good for us. I mean, the Vial is like one of our hopes to beat it, but a land here for activate Den of the Bugbear wouldn't be bad. But obviously I put this on top and okay, they let it happen. No counter magic over there? I mean, it's probably a Memory Deluge, right? So we may be able to tempo them out here. And I know many of you don't know what tempo is, but this is going to be an example. Shark Typhoon for 2, okay? Fine. We trade with the shark. We bop Renin 6. Renin 6 is like utterly killable. With, oh, good thing I didn't activate Den of the Bugbear into that. That would have been a blowout. They're at a decently low life total. They do get to just draw an extra turn, or draw an extra card every turn because of this Renin 6. Wilderness Reclamation combo going on. Ketria Triumph. Does it. Interesting. I mean, this is like the beginning of the end here. when you're getting, you know, wilderness wrecked and they're just whatever they want. What the hell did they just do? They cycled catch your triumph. They have an archmage. I wish I had a second Snoop here. Second Snoop would be really, really good. I think they have counter spells is the problem. I can play Reckless Impulse and look for a land. I think I have to start with that. Find a Cavern of Souls. That's pretty damn good. I guess I'm supposed to attack Ren and 6? Do I attack them? I can't stop Ren and 6, can I? Could just be another Shark Typhoon cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna attack them. They're pretty low. And with Matron and Ringleader in hand, we may be able to just like burn them out. In fact, I think I'm going to look for Sling Gang Lieutenant right now. Like, imagine... Yeah, imagine fetching Munitions Expert against the deck you know doesn't really care about Munitions Expert. That would just be terrible. I don't know. I thought about doing that for a minute. We have one and it's enough. We really want to kill this Ren. We do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they're relying on Ren to get... Yeah, it's just drawing extra cards every turn. And Snoop is like plan B at this point. We may keep the vial on too, but... Oh, that's painful. What? Why would you ever... Spells you control, you and permanents you control gain hexproof. I just... Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. It doesn't actually stop our combo because you have to do it before I get a Sling Gang Lieutenant onto the top of my library. So if you do that, I can just instead get Pashalik Mons. It's like so bad. I have so many ways to beat that. Yeah, they brought in... Veil of Summer is the card. I haven't even said the name, I don't think, until just then. So just 4 mana. They use a removal spell on my 2 guys because I've been pressuring their life total. I can't reasonably... attack into what is probably a Memory Deluge. The Force of Vigor. Well... Now I don't have to make the decision. I'll put Snoop. I'll use the ability. It's in the graveyard. Of course I want it. Can play this other Aether Vial this turn. They know I have this. I think I play this from the top though. Matron, not fantastic. They're gonna kill us pretty quickly here. But we only need 9 goblins. And they may... I mean, they're just gonna cast a Memory Deluge, right? Oh, no Memory Deluge in hand. Okay. I bet they wish they had gotten one off of the... off of cycling that Shark Typhoon. Now they cycle Ketria Triumph to look for another one. Find land, at least. It may be land and Memory Deluge. We'll see here. Because they're about to untap and with 3 mana floating. Interesting. They cycle again. Perhaps confident that they already have the answer. No. 2 cards in hand. 7 mana untapped. Blood Moon on top into 4 islands. Never playing that one. Probably want to shuffle that one away. I can play... I can go for it. Right? I can play Sling Gang Lieutenant and then go for it. Which means if they fire this, I get 1 extra point of damage, which may be relevant. I think I want to do that. They're F6. They did not find the answers. But we have the answers. So they're dead. They said nice in the chat as if I just drew it off the top. If I didn't have that snoop from turn 1, right? Karma is interesting. Because it just... never going to be discounted. But it does just make a 4/4 beater that pops a land off, which is a big deal for them. They need 7 lands. Kind of willing to put one in over this Blood Moon. And they saw Blood Moon, so they're probably going to play around it a little bit harder. But this is for all the marbles, guys. This is for the trophy. This one match. Or it's a real trophy match. We're both 4-0 here. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're mulliganing this dog shit. Thank you for joining us. We'll keep this one. I really want to get a basic swamp with this because of the Blood Moon. So, land, please. What we do here is we play Goblins all the time. We were pretty down on it because we weren't playing Mog Fanatic and Spike showed us the way. Best player to ever live. That's not true. But he's a really good modern brewer and knows the format better than just about anybody. And he's right. Mog Fanatic just lines up so well. I incorrectly identified our problem as not being able to deal with Ragavan with Munitions Expert or whatever it is. They have removal spells and such, and it's a spell. Oh my. Oh, that's actually a good draw. Okay. I'll take it. I was about to complain. So they probably counter this, right? They off counterspell because I'm a 4 cavern deck. I haven't seen an actual factual counterspell out of them yet, but this must be it. Yeah. And then we'll be able to resolve our Blood Moon, hopefully. Ketria Triome. Now. Go, Ketria Triome. I choose you. Team Vents, that's good enough. Alright, another counterspell? Do I snoop or do I Blood Moon? That is the question. Next turn I can snoop and have mana to play stuff with, right? So, we Blood Moon. This is a Blood Moon channel. How many counterspells do you keep in against the 4 Cavern of Soul deck? Apparently a lot of them. And there's probably a Fire Ice over there too, right? This is lining up pretty poorly. You gonna destroy my unclaimed territory? Is this Cryptic Command? This can't be Cryptic Command. I need to get pressure in play, so if this is another counterspell, I think I have to play Mogwar Marshal plus Snoop Unfortunately, I want to see what's on top of my library first. So I'm going to play Snoop because I want to be able to play one off the top of my library if it resolves. And it's Slinging off the top, which is not the worst. Given that Snoop resolved, I don't know if that means they're out of counterspells or out of removal. It looks like based on that resolving, they're out of both. And they didn't have Wilderness Reclamation, so this must be Memory Deluge. It's Field of Ruin to shuffle this away. So what I'm going to do here, because I don't plan on paying Echo, is I'm going to sacrifice Mog War Marshal to put his token into play now. And it essentially gives that token haste because I will have controlled it the entire time. So they're shuffling away my Sling Gang and putting a Vial on top. It's almost like they planned it. That's kind of poopy. Don't like it, but not a lot I can do. They don't have anything. Getting a bunch of reshuffles. I'm going to play the Hasty Threat. They didn't counter anything else. Did they think that that was a cavern? No. They're smart enough to know that. We get the Sling Gang and an Expert. This may be... big pause at being combat. This may be... Shark Typhoons? Would I sacrifice a 2/2 in the name of Shark Typhoon? Would I sacrifice Snoop in the name of Shark Typhoon when this is my garbage draw on top? No, but I would sacrifice Ringleader. So, won't play into the 3/3 Shark Typhoon with Snoop attacking, but I'll give you your pound of flesh from some of my more expendable stock. How does that sound? All right, so they're on 6 lands. They still don't have Wilderness Wreck. They may just hardcast a Shark Typhoon here. No, they have a Fire. All right. Do we Expert Vial here? Attack for 2? With Sling Gang in hand? Kind of makes sense. I mean, they're going to let this happen one way or another, usually. I mean, I won't let them... It could be another Shark Typhoon, right? That they're cycling for another 2/2. Find out. We may lose a 1/1 here. Nope, no other Shark Typhoon in hand. Double Vials on the barrel. Memory Deluge it is. So they go down to 1, back up to 3, draw a card for turn. So 2 very good cards in hand, probably. 1 mystery card. And their draw for turn. We know none of them were Shark Typhoon or Reclamation. So I have to imagine they find a Reclamation here. And then they just have the 1 card that they pick, basically, hopefully, to go with it. And in the time that they take to find answers, pick these vials up to get uncounterable stuff and weasel our way to a win. Okay, Engineered Explosives on 0. That's bad for me. At least it's not on 1 after I played double vial, but maybe that means they have Archmage's Charm. I don't know. Not going to play Sling Gang Lieutenant into EE on 0. Even though, if they want to get all the tokens, maybe I am supposed to. Because I get 2 points of value off of it. I probably am supposed to, actually. Are they going to steal my vial? It doesn't make sense. But this is probably Archmage's Charm that's up. So I think I'm likely not supposed to do anything here. And just attack. I think I have to play Ringleader. I have another one in the deck. If they have nothing but a Shark Typhoon, this is so good. And if it's Archmage's Charm or Counterspell, like, I'm still interacting decently. Not the best, but they're forced to counter it. And the Sling Gang might end the game. Like, they couldn't crack EE there, right? So I got 2 extra points in. Probably gonna matron for, like, Mog War Marshal here. Or we could just matron for Snoop. Blood Moon is interesting. I would cast it. I'm gonna attack for 3 first. See what they have. No one can resist making a gigantic shark, right? If they have it, they'll tap out for it. They fear me. Save 1 point of damage? This could still be actual count. Nope, can't be counterspell anymore. Told you they couldn't resist. I don't lose to a 2/2 shark. Can I beat 1 spell a turn from them? You know what I mean? I guess it's 2 spells a turn, though. It's just not Archmage's Charm Plus. But if I can wait, I get to vial the matron in, right? But they can't counter me right now, so who cares? I think this is the right play. Does Matron and 2 Sling Gang Lieutenants win the game? No, but Pashlik Mons might. If they have no counter spell, Pashlik Mons plus Sling Gang plus Matron is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and that's game. So we can untap and win if we assume they have no counter spell. And we can even pass and vial. If that's what we're doing, I'm supposed to get Matron again, though. I hate that play, but I think it's right. It's always such a silly play. Like, you get a 1/1 into play. Great. So, do we think they drew that Misty, which means their hand is the same as last turn? Okay, so they drew one of them. I do have... Ooh, they just put Kahira in their hand? Does that mean they're dead? I think they may have just told us they're dead without realizing it. So here... we're going to play Sling Gang Lieutenant first. I believe that's the safest way to do it. Oh, well. Now they don't even have Bolt open. This just covers so much. We'll make blue mana to assert our dominance. We'll play Sling Gang Lieutenant. Can't be countered. It comes into play. Draw a card. Okay, you get hexproof this turn. That's fine. I'll do it at your upkeep. So I can't target them with Sling Gang this turn. It doesn't matter. I can Matron. Say yes. Get Ashlik Mons. Violet in. Play it. At their upkeep, we just do it. I was supposed to save targets this time. Let's just like let him go. Like I've demonstrated the loop. To demand GG. GG. 5-0, guys. That's a 5-0. Did it on stream instead of reviewing the last one. We can talk about it. I can even review the last one. If anybody's even interested. But there's some wild, weird, bad control decks out there right now, and we're preying on them. Mog Fanatic really ups our game against these Luris decks. Reckless Impulse was decent there. Would it have been better as other things? Once or twice, yeah. I don't know if this some screenshot. Why is this like this? Must have been explaining something. And the border patrol up there. Be a funny screenshot. So it's been going well. Our sideboard's good. Obsidian Charmon never comes in. Blood Moon hasn't done much either. Ashlik Mons has been an all-star. Again, I'm so glad. It used to be so good, and then it was just like, I can't get a board presence. How is Pashlik Mons gonna be good? But now, like, Mog Fanatic really just, it shores up so many weaknesses of the deck. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I know it was a short stream. I don't really stream more than one league at a time usually. Not like this is my job or I make any money, because none of you are subscribing, but please don't subscribe to me. Amazon doesn't even give me the money until I make like 100, and that takes like a month. Buy Bitcoin and then give it to me 8 months from now. That's a joke. I don't think. I don't have any recommendations as far as Bitcoin. I'm gonna raid Evan if he's still on. Watching him earlier. Ever good guy. Not on. Okay. We're looking for a small modern streamer to raid. Caleb D. And a small. Reacher Mill. Dick Balrus. I've never heard of them. Legacy. Can Orzhov rack 5-0 modern? I don't know. We're about to find out. You guys are, at least. We're gonna raid Mr. Bodingles. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, consider coming to follow on Twitch so you could talk in the chat. It's the best part. MF Fan saved me with the dig through time name there. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you. Consider following so you get notifications when I do go live. It's weeknights when I can, or you know, a couple leagues if I can make it. I have band practice. I have a girlfriend that I have to keep from hating me, so I have to see her occasionally. Just been super busy lately, and I stream on weekends when I'm, you know, winding down. It's all Goblins all the time. Kamigawa comes out. We're gonna test the new Kiki Jiki thing. However, I don't know. It's good. I know it's good, and if I'm playing Reckless Impulse, I can afford one Kiki Jiki. Like, go up a land, play a Kiki Jiki. The Legend of the Mirror Breaker, something like that. What it's called. Fable of the Mirror. This thing. StarCityGames.com. And it's good. It makes a fake Ragavan. It loots. It loots twice, and then it comes back as something that makes 1 mana copies of our great ETB goblins. The reason it's good is because it's like a bunch of little value in a bunch of disjointed ways that are hard to deal with. Enchantment removal doesn't get it. It stops you from, you know, getting like the second and third thing, and it's the best way to deal with it. But like, unless you're killing an enchantment and a creature, you're not dealing with it with one card. So it is good. I just, you know, we got to find a way to fit in. Anyway, I hope you enjoy Mr. And consider coming to follow. Good night, everybody.